Welcome back to Boruto anime review, episode 4. This is basically the review of the fourth episode of the Boruto Next Generations episode on Ninjutsu, Battle of the Sexes. Yeah, as the title suggests, that's essentially what the episode is, the Battle of the Sexes. And no, there is no fighting between, there's no boy on girl violence in here. It's just basically the girls working together and the guys working together just to play capture the flag. And this all starts basically, well, I should point out fast back up to the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning of the episode, we get a chance to see somebody we haven't seen in a while. Konohamaru. First time since the pilot he's actually showed up in the show, which is interesting. And I should point out this is the first episode not to feature Hinata, because she was featured in the previous 3 episodes. Well, she was featured definitely in episode 1. 3 prominently make a physical appearance. 2 was a flashback. This one, I think she's referenced. There's also reference to Sasuke, Shikamaru, Sadara. Yeah, there's references to them. Yeah, there exists. I'm glad that's fine. And I'm glad the fact Shino gets a chance to sit down with Konohamaru in the episode, which is something that never happened in the original show. He never even interacted with Konohamaru at all, and yet somehow, I guess they figured, though, why not have them interact, because they've never interacted before. Because the only characters that Konohamaru interacted aside from his entourage and his sensei, was Naruto, Sakura, and Shikamaru. That's really it. Those are the only people he actually interacted with. And, of course, Aruka. Excuse me. Now, basically, at the beginning of the episode, they're practicing to showing off some Ninjutsu. Now, somehow, I'm not sure when Konohamaru was able to be taught how to do a summoning jutsu. My guess is during the time jump. He must have somehow learned it. And apparently he could summon toads, which is something that his grandfather never did. His grandfather summoned monkeys. Okay? Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's referenced by other characters what they actually mentioned they summoned. Like the third Hokage summoned a monkey. The sixth Hokage, aka Kakashi, who this is actually the first time he's actually referenced in the series. Lord Six, aka Kakashi, he summoned dogs. Tamari summoned a weasel, which for some reason she stopped using it after the first series. No explanation why. Let's see, what else? There's some other animals that could have been summoned. I mean, it is referenced that Naruto was known for summoning toads, but as far as I know, there is no reference. I don't know why either Sakura never told Sadara that she used to summon slugs, and her father and Sasuke summoned snakes. But yeah, Boruto tries to use a summoning jutsu, doesn't work. Well, for one thing, there's one thing he forgot to do. Well, aside from, there's 2 things he forgot to do. 1, he forgot to sign a summoning contract. And 2, he forgot to bite his thumb. Which is something they showed frequently both in the original Naruto show and Naruto Shippuden. That's how he's supposed to do a summoning jutsu. Later on, he does do a summoning jutsu, still he summons a snake for some reason. It's not really clear why. I'll get to that in a minute, but Excuse me. And this all starts basically, first they get arguments over at the beginning of the episode, and then they argue again in the cafeteria when they're trying to get hands on this sandwich roll, and Sadara and Chocho basically steals a bunch of them because, well, she's hungry, she wants to steal everything. I mean, she eats as much as her father does, though she turns calories into chakra, which is something that her family is known for. Yes. And so, because the thing gets so escalated, it almost turned into a full-blown fight in the cafeteria, Shino was like, no, we're not going to fight in the cafeteria. We're going to settle this in a capture the flag context, girls versus boys. That's essentially what it is. And apparently he sent booby traps all over the school. Though, it's a good thing that no one was actually in the building at this point. I mean, nobody. So, basically, they run off, race start trying to get the capture flag, then Iwami basically summoned up a mud wall. Basically, he uses Earth-style jutsu. Summons up a mud wall. Lasts for a good period of time until Chocho knocks it down with her expansion jutsu. First time she's actually used it in the show. No joke. This is the first time she's ever used it in the show. She's made appearances. She made appearances in episode 1 and 3. Never used the expansion jutsu. I forgot to mention episode 2 that Inogen, the son of Sai and Ino, knows Super Beast Scroll. He does in this episode as well, use the Super Beast Scroll, though it's unknown if he knows his mother's jutsu as well, which is a mind transfer jutsu or mind destruction jutsu. We also get a chance to see Shikai's shadow paralysis jutsu, which I don't know why I don't know why he went back to what his grandfather called it, because his father called it the shadow possession jutsu, not shadow paralyzation jutsu. Yeah, I don't know why they changed it back for her. It's completely bizarre. They did the same thing in the last for some reason, where they changed it back to that, even though that he think that shadow paralysis jutsu is an outdated name, so shadow possession jutsu. Better name. It's the only jutsu he knows of his father. Of course, his father knows stitching and strangle jutsu for shadow strangulation, which you might learn that later, who knows. So at least everybody got a chance to show off their good moves. Sadara, the only thing that she showed off was the fact she's good with Shuriken. There was no mention of the fact that if she knows the fire style jutsu that her father was known for using. My guess is she couldn't learn it because, well, Sasuke can't use it anymore because he only's got one arm. Though he knows Chidori. Yep. There's, as far as I know, there's no mention, there's no showing off her monster strength in the show, though she uses it in the movie, in the Boruto movie. I don't know why she never used it in the show. I mean, she does have monster strength. She inherited it from her mother, and yet she doesn't use it in the show to knock down a steel door. It's really weird. And there's like, a steel door is a fun and games type of thing that that Dekai uses. Basically, he hacks the electronic system of the school, and he pulls out a steel door, and this all kind of starts basically with them unlocking an electronic lock. It's a good thing Dekai basically is good with electronics, because, well, he's the only one. He's one of the newer characters. Also, I should mention the Hinata, the purple hair girl, shows up in the episode. She doesn't do very much. I mean, I'll get to basically her noteworthy moment in the episode, which just comes completely out of nowhere. So, they all race to the top, they get to the roof, and of course, they come up with a plan to use a summoning jutsu, which apparently Boruto doesn't know one. Apparently, he somehow summoned the wrong creature. Apparently, he summoned 2 creatures. Yeah, it's never shown, explained exactly what the heck happens. And apparently it caused an explosion, and Chocho nearly falls off the roof. It's a good thing Boruto saves her, with, of course, help of Shikai and Inogen. Yep. So at least all the characters got a chance to do something this episode. Well, most of them anyways. Of course, Rock Lee shows off his good skills of catching Shuriken. Though for some reason he still gets nervous in a way. He's not seen very much in the episode, but it's nice to see that he still has his good skills. But he still is very nervous. Yeah. So, they get to the top, and of course the snake is basically out of control. So basically, Konohamaru, completely out of nowhere, comes basically jumping from wherever he jumped from and uses a Shuriken, Rasengan, and destroys the snake. I'm not sure. I know he knows Rasengan, but I'm like, where did he jump from? Did he jump from the ground? Did he jump from another rooftop? It's never shown. Just you have Konohamaru in the air for some strange reason, and he just uses to blast down the snake. And of course, everyone's like, okay, with all the explosion going on, who caught the flag? And it's the purple hair girl. The character some people think is a Hinata clone. She's similar to Hinata, but yeah, she's shown frequently in the episode, and they still have not given her a name yet. I hope they give her a name soon, because it's ridiculous. But it does have a cool ending to the episode, of course, because they summon 2 creatures. One is that one with the crazy eyes, and of course, a snake creature. And Konohamaru and Shino are wondering who summoned the other stuff. Who summoned the snake? Because I don't think Boruto summoned the snake. That must have been somebody else. And at the end of the episode, we have the appearance by Mitsuke, making his first appearance in the show. Yep. I was actually a bit surprised to see him. I mean, I thought he was not show up in the next episode, but apparently, okay, so they want to hype him up early because, well, he's going to appear in the next episode. Let's have him show up at the end of this episode. I know it's a bit of a spoiler, per se, because the episode just came out today, but it's a bit of a surprise. I was not expecting him to show up. I can tell it's him because it's the outfit he wears. Yeah, it's Misuke. Yep. He doesn't say anything. Well, not next episode. They show a trailer for next episode. Which apparently something's going on. There's some ruckus, and apparently this is when Boruto first meets Misuke. And the next episode is called Mysterious Transfer Student, which it's an episode I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to the last lesson, which I have heard an episode where apparently Shino is basically found beaten up and bloodied for some reason. Apparently Misuke is probably accused of it. Who knows? But this was a really fun episode. There were some dumb moments here and there. One thing that kind of bugs me about this series, they did a lot in this episode. The whole thing with the eyes, even the purple hair girl did this. The purple hair girl did this. I know that Boruto did this. Several characters did this, where apparently if they get embarrassed, apparently their eyes become this big circle with these black lines around it for some strange reason. I guess they thought that was a good idea. You saw it a little bit in the first 3 episodes, and apparently this one went overdrive on it. I'm like, what the heck is this? Is this an animation choice or something? The fact that whenever the characters get embarrassed by something, or like their jaw dropped by something, like their eyes just form perfect white circles with black like outline on it. But a lot of the characters did this, which is really bizarre. And also, okay, if this is supposed to be Shino, why in the world is he not using insects? No, seriously. Where is insects? Is that visor thing on his face keeping his insects inside? Who knows? We might get a chance to see his insects in a future episode, but it's been 4 episodes and, well, 3 episodes of Ninja Academy stuff. And there's no appearance by his bugs. Because whenever he did show up as bugs. A lot in the show. Maybe they're saving it for a future episode. Who knows? But this was a bit step up from the previous episode. Because you got a chance to see everybody's jutsu that they knows. I mean, Boruto got a chance to use his Shadow Clone stuff, which was nice. And of all people to notice that Boruto was basically outside, it's the purple hair girl who does this. Yeah, something Hinata was known for doing. Now, even though this character looks like, she acts like Hinata, but so far, she's made appearances in the past 3 episodes, and she's not got a name yet. Either they're waiting to give her name. I mean, the only time they refer to her, address her by something, is basically class rep. That is it. One thing I got to point out about her is the fact she has long hair. Something Hinata did not have when she was basically during the Part 1 days, especially in Ninja Academy. Her hair was always short. Her hair had become long until Part 2. Though her hair basically at that point grew to her rear end. No joke. If you notice how she looked in Part 2, her hair went down to her rear end. But now as far as I can tell, besides from Misuke, it doesn't look like there's going to be any other characters from the previous generation going to show up in the next episode. I mean, aside from him, there's like nobody else. I mean, I'm sure Shino's going to show up next episode, definitely. But, okay. Now, the only negative that I have is, well, for one thing, we still don't know who the purple hair girl is. Let's see, what else? What are negative? Oh, the eyes thing, whenever anybody's embarrassed by something. What the heck is up with that? And why is this an animation choice whenever a character gets embarrassed? Because basically, in the original show, basically it's like poofy lines or just have them go in the corner. But now apparently the whole eyes thing, this episode really overdid it when it comes to that. Excuse me. Though she's used fine, the purple hair girl, but still haven't got a name for her yet. 3 episodes and still a name for the character. As this whole thing started over a sandwich, that's not a negative. That's just an okay thing. Any other negative? Oh yeah, Shino not using his bugs at all. He's appeared in all the episodes so far, and no bugs. No mention of that at all. 4. Where the heck did Konohamaru jump from? I highly doubt he jumped from the ground and jump up that high, because to get that high, you have to jump really, really hard, especially in the show. I mean, I get the fact, yes, he's supposed to jump up that high, but where he was, it's like he jumped off from a skyscraper where he was and just jumped straight down and attacked the snake. That's a negative I have. Like, where the heck did he jump from? I have no problem using his Rasengan. I have no problem. I have no problem with the fact that he knows that or uses it. But where the heck did he jump from? Seriously, where the heck did he jump from? Any other negative in the episode? No. Big positive of the episode is the fact a lot of the characters get to show off their jutsu. Pretty much all of them do get a chance to do something. The only character who does not show up any jutsu is Sadara and the purple hair girl. They're the only two who don't do really much of anything. Well, the only thing the purple hair girl was basically her only noteworthy moments in this episode is basically just being calm and just trying to keep things, trying to like don't want people to fight. She's the first person who spots Boruto outside and she captures the flag. That's really it. She does okay in this episode. I just kind of wish they would give her a little more to do. And for crying out loud, tell us her name already, because she's probably featured in the past 3 episodes, and we still haven't got a name for the character yet. Okay. Let's hope soon. Let's hope maybe next episode might get a chance to give her a name. The ending was a very good surprise for the episode, with Misuke showing up in the end. I know that's a spoiler per se, because the episode just aired today, but yeah. But the major positive is showing off all the characters' jutsu. That was really, really nice. Of all the characters who've been established in the show, well, seen the show so far, have made more like 1 or 2 appearances. Okay. Oh yeah, and another good thing is the summoning jutsu thing. That was really nice. The fact they actually reference other characters who have used it, and the fact that Konohamaru apparently knows summoning jutsu, even though he's never shown for using it at all. Yeah, it's really bizarre. He's probably seen it many times. He's never actually been taught it. He's never been either Iruka probably taught it to him, or Naruto taught it to him. My guess is it's probably Naruto was the one who taught it to him. That's my personal guess. I don't know. And apparently they're questioning, like, how much chakra does Boruto have in his body, because he doesn't have a tail beast in his body. So either one of 2 things. Either one, he has some of the tail beast chakra. He has some of Kurama's chakra inside of his body. That's probably the reason why he may have been able to summon do a summoning jutsu really well. Looked like it was done really well. It was a big dramatic moment, and it looked like there was 2 creatures summoned, though the other one wasn't really seen very clearly. It kind of looks like a monkey. That's just my personal opinion when it comes to that. Of course, the snake thing, which was killed by Konohamaru, which I think Misuke was one of some of that. But overall, this was actually a pretty good episode nonetheless. Rating I give the episode, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's good. Next week, the mysterious transfer student. Ooh, this one is one that I'm looking forward to. This one ever since I first heard about it, that Misuke was going to show up in this episode, and yeah, he showed up at the end of this episode. Okay, fine. So that's it for this review. Stay tuned for well, basically be here next week for when I review episode 5, the mysterious transfer student. Yep. But until then, I will see you there. Bye.